local airport, but this airport is like one of my other favorites because it's got the flight deck diner right behind me, and it's got fantastic breakfast food. I mean, I've never gone to any diner in New Jersey that their food has been super consistent. It is the cheapest, and I get to be at an airport and watch airplanes and even helicopters fly and take off. But the one thing about this airport, I can't come flying in here unless I radio into the tower, that tower is right there. It's basically just an office, but it is the tower. Do we have an airplane taking off? We do. See if we can turn this camera around. See it? Oh yeah, taking off. You guys see him? Here it comes. Sweet. Started the live right at the perfect time. Man, that was awesome. Man, see, that's what I mean. I just got myself a good meal, and then I got to come out here and watch a couple airplanes. Like when I was sitting in there, a few airplanes actually did come and go. But let's get out of here now, because right now the winds could potentially drop, and I think that's what's going on. And it's 45 degrees. Like yesterday, I don't think it got much hotter or warmer than like 33 degrees. What's this guy doing? But yeah, so like I said, this is another local airport. I'll show you guys the diner really quick that I always come to. All right, there's the building, and then boom, the Cape May Airport, guys. And that's it. There's the diner right there. You're about to see the sign. Boom, Flight Deck Diner. If you guys want to have some of the greatest food ever, there it is. That is awesome. So, but anyway, like I said, it's Saturday, guys, and we have started a giveaway, which some of you guys are aware of if you follow me on Facebook or Instagram or even TikTok. And what's going on is every t-shirt that you guys buy will get you a chance to win a free Paramotor. We're only selling so many t-shirts. If some of you guys would like to buy a hat or, you know, get maybe a sweatshirt, you know, I can do that stuff too. But I don't have any of those things just yet. But I'm waiting to get my hats. I'm waiting to get some sweatshirts. And, you know, I ordered like a lot of stickers too, which will be cool to have and to give away. You know, like I want to give things away to show you guys how much I truly love this sport and care about the community of paramotor pilots. So, you know, I've been trying really hard to post a video every single day. That's hard when I do have my construction job, and I also now am doing, you know, armed security at nighttime. So, because, you know, construction is great, but it's not always there, and when it is there, it's amazing. But, you know, like, right now, that's the whole reason why I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and doing a different job, at least so some steady income can always come in. Like on top of, you know, making a little bit of money off of YouTube and obviously Facebook. But that being said, we are doing another giveaway, which I can't wait to do for all of you. And I believe that now, I have to double check now, I'm pretty sure that we're getting close to the 60 shirts sold. I think I'm just under 60 shirts. I'm not really too sure. I have to double check. I might only have sold 58 shirts so far, but that's awesome. And every day when I do go look at the accounts, I see that, you know, more and more shirts are being sold, which is awesome. And that's why I wanted to come on and do a live stream today, because for one, I was just at my favorite airport. I shouldn't say my favorite airport. This is my second favorite airport because it has that epic flight deck diner. And if some of you guys never heard of that diner, you guys should really go there and go check that out, because like I said, not only is the food phenomenal there, but it's seriously the cheapest diner, I think, of all of New Jersey. But I just did find out, so don't be going there like, I guess right away. They're going to be closed for like 2 weeks. So to like, they're going to like redo the floors or something in there, which is awesome, which doesn't even really need to be done, I don't think, but I do really enjoy that place. Like just the other day, my dad and I were just there, and you can't beat the Flight Deck Diner. But besides all that, we're here doing another video about the giveaway. And how can you get into this giveaway? All you gotta do is purchase a t-shirt. And I do have PayPal as my link of source right now because I'm still in the middle of this damn web page that I'm trying to make, and it's not easy either for some reason. Like I keep trying to make this website, and if any one of you are out there that are willing to give me a hand on finishing the website, I would really appreciate it, and also would obviously pay somebody, because that's what I think is starting to mess me up a little bit, is that I'm trying to do it myself and coming to realize there's a lot of things that I don't understand. But that's okay, you know, I'm here to try to learn new things every single day. But yeah, and if you don't want a SkyMax shirt and you would rather have a Flying Dan with a 29 sedan shirt, that's not metal either. All you got to do is just request that on the payment, okay? Because like I said, as soon as I have my web store up, you know, you'll be able to just pick whatever shirt you want, and potential hoodies, hats, you know, things like that, stickers. But like, if you go and buy one of these Paramotors from me or from even SkyMax, I will throw in a free shirt, you know, stickers, all that stuff, because that will come with the Paramotor buys. But like right now, what we're doing is we're just selling SkyMax shirts and some of my Flying Dan with the 29 sedan shirts, or my other company MBE PBG shirts. So, but like I said, all you got to do is just request that on the buy. So, and make sure that you leave your address and your phone number, so if you do win, I can call one of you right away, you know, instead of me trying to hunt you down for emails or stuff like that. I'd much rather just give you guys a call. So yeah, so today, the weather right now, I can't believe it. It says it's 46 degrees. That is insane right now. 46 degrees. The weather, though, is looking very overcast. Like, you can tell, like, in the back of the view of the truck right now, you can see that it's totally cloudy, but the winds are supposed to be dying down. Like, down here, I'm all the way at the bottom of New Jersey right now, right? And I don't live all the way at the bottom of Jersey, which sometimes I wish I did, because it's an amazing place down here. But I'm gonna go this way. But the clouds over from the west look very dark, and I do believe that in Pennsylvania right now, in Philadelphia, it's snowing right now. And for me being on New Jersey, I believe that the storm is pushing over to the east right now. And that's why I'm trying to see what's going to happen in the next hour or so, because I still have another YouTube video that I'm actually working on, because a lot of you have requested, how do you clean out your glider from beach sand? And I want to show everybody the way I was taught to get all that sand out. And right now, the Roadster right here behind me has a little bit of beach still in it that I do want to get out of it. I don't actually really like that it's sitting in there, glider. It's been sitting in there for a couple of days now. But I went out to the beach, we went flying. I actually scooped up sand by mistake. You know, I wasn't trying to do that, actually. Sometimes if the glider flips upside down at the beach, you're going to most likely scoop up sand in the nosing of the glider. And it happens a lot, you know. It's just as long as you get it out of the glider, that's what's important. Because what's amazing, what I've learned from all the flying that I've done is, what's it called? I've flown so many times with, say, a ton of sand on one side of the glider, right? And the only time that it's ever felt scary, or when I realize that something's up or doesn't feel, say, right, is when I would use speed bar and I had sand on one side of the glider. It was crazy. It's just made me it almost feel, what is this car doing? You gotta love when someone pulls out in front of you and goes extremely slow, like they don't care about cars. So, but anyway, yeah. So, yeah, I can't believe how many times I've flown with sand in the glider. Just saying, trying to, because I take off a lot of times in high winds. A lot of you have realized that if you watch my videos, I'm a high wind flyer when it comes to the beach. That was what I was taught in. That's what typically we get here in South New Jersey is a lot of high winds that come off the ocean, or sometimes they're like parallel, and then by the time we go to land, the winds will be coming like offshore, or like the winds come inland to the ocean, which makes a real bumpy landing. And I'll tell you what, I have been slammed to the beach ground so many times because of that stuff. And because, and I've learned to in time that if I pick certain spots of an island that I go flying out of here in Jersey, that you can kind of bounce around rotor wash if the winds do start to change direction from the ocean to the land. And really, when you fly at the beach, our favorite, our favorite type of flying at the beach is obviously winds that come directly off the ocean, laminar winds. And that's because you won't feel anything but that wind in that direction. And that being said, like, it feels kind of crazy in the beginning when you're trying to take off in high winds, but when you're up in the air though and you're beach flying, it's the greatest. You don't even feel the winds until you turn your back to the tailwind, because then you're booking down the beach, or you're just going fast in whatever direction that wind is really coming from. Because a lot of times we have winds that are basically parallel with the island. So like what I typically do is, knowing that if I fly against the headwind for most of the flight, when I go to fly back to the LZ, we're talking about minutes to get basically back, when it took me like almost like an hour to get to, say, the one end of an island, which it depends on the wind speed. But there's times where I've flown like 5 or 6 different islands, island hopping, with my other pilot friends, and it would take us forever. And I mean, like, to the point where I'm thinking like, man, I'm gonna run out of fuel, and my only big concern is when we're island hopping like that is the obvious water that we're flying over. And because there's some periods of time when we're flying over so much water that it's like, if I'm not high enough and I do have a motor out due to any reason at all, or just running out of fuel, you got to make sure you're going to glide. Not only just glide down, but also be able to glide down and turn into the headwind, because you never want to land with a downwind or tailwind behind you, because you won't land right. You're going to crash for sure. And, well, I shouldn't say you're going to crash for sure. I have landed in rare cases in a tailwind or like a really bad crosswind, due to like seeing other pilots go down and me like racing to go help them, or just like not understanding which way the wind's coming, or like just the weather completely changing while we're up in the air, which has happened a lot of times, or even getting caught in dense fog and trying to land. Like, I don't know if any one of you have ever had that happen before, but absolutely crazy. But regardless, I wanted to come on this live stream this morning and drop another video for you guys, obviously, about the giveaway that I am doing. I am giving away a completely free paramotor, and all you got to do to get this free paramotor is buy a t-shirt. And how do you buy the t-shirt? You go right to my PayPal account and you just purchase a t-shirt for $35 that covers the t-shirt cost at $25 plus the shipping. And once I get my website up, it'll be much easier for you guys to be able to just buy SkyMax parts and also buy merch from me. So right now we are totally driving down the Garden State Parkway, if any one of you are curious about that. And I know that today's Saturday, and it's kind of it's harder to do a live stream Saturday morning because a lot of people are out and about doing things, especially because it's like a little bit warmer today too. But really, I wanted to do this video just to get another video out there just talking about the giveaway, and also how you guys can do it, because a lot of people have been messaging me about, I don't understand how to do this and that, and a lot of people on Facebook and Instagram, of course. And if you guys aren't following me on there, you guys should go follow me on Facebook and Instagram, because I post a lot of daily videos on there as well. Oh yeah, we got some more protesters up here. See the protesters up there, up on top of this overpass. Unmask ICE. Oh man, it's crazy. You know, I don't ever get into the politics stuff because, sorry about that, I accidentally just closed the screen out. But I don't really like to get into the politics stuff because I feel like that's where a lot of people have really strong opinions when your opinion might not be the same as someone. So that's why I just stay out of it. And especially with what's going on recently. But regardless of all of that, we're here talking about Epic Paramotors and my giveaway that I'm doing and how now I am selling merch. And I have been selling t-shirts, and a lot of the t-shirts that I basically have sold, I've also, like before, like every shirt that I actually sold, I would actually like give another shirt away. And that's because, you know, I'm not really trying to make any money from any of this. I'm just trying to give all you guys a chance and figure out a way where I can keep doing things like this. You know, that's what I think some of the confusion was, because I was on I was watching another pilot friend of mine who was doing a live stream last night, and he said that a couple things about my giveaway that he was concerned about. And in all fairness, you know, I had to explain to him, like, you know, it's costing me a lot of money to sell the t-shirts. You know, you're actually buying a t-shirt. You're not just buying a $35 slot for just nothing, you know. You're really buying a $25 shirt that also covers the shipping cost, you know. And really, I can get where it can be a little confusing because it is the first time me doing this as a big giveaway. So, but like I said, if any one of you have any concerns about this giveaway that I'm doing, just message me, or you can email me. You know, I have been checking my emails daily since I started doing this giveaway. Yo, what's up? What's happening, man? How are you, dude? Do you know about my giveaway that I'm doing right now? I'm actually giving away a paramotor, dude. Did you hear about that yet? Or see any of my videos about it? And like right now, my goal is to try to finish another one of my YouTube videos. No? Oh man, I guess I gotta say it again. So if you go check out my other live stream, and also if you go and check out Facebook and Instagram right now, those videos that are on there, I am doing a paramotor giveaway. And what am I giving away? I'm giving away the SkyMax Pulsar frame, the red on red. We're giving it away with the Dudek lightweight harness that has the custom gas tank built in the bottom. Very exclusive, very rare. They only made about like I think a dozen of these harness Dudek that have this gas tank on the bottom. And also, I'm giving it away with the very expensive and rare SkyMax suit case that's just for the Pulsar frame. And it's very, very exclusive. And how do you get into the raffle? Or I shouldn't call it a raffle. How do you get your slot to get this free paramotor? All you got to do is buy a t-shirt from me. And how do you go buy a t-shirt? All you got to do is go to my PayPal account and send me $35. You can right now get either a black or a white t-shirt of your size that say SkyMax on it. If you would rather have a Flying Dan with a 29 sedan shirt, that's totally fine too. You just have to request that. I'm trying to finish my website right now, and so it'll be easier for you guys to be like, oh, that's the shirt that I want then to be a part of this giveaway that I'm doing. And what I'm trying to do, so everybody's aware, is I'm trying to get the factory R, and once I have that, I'll be able to set up another giveaway with selling t-shirts. So it's not Yuvraj. So the reason why I haven't finished the website yet is because I don't know how to finish it. Like, meaning like, for example, like when you think about Tucker Gott's website and how he is daily like changing or updating it, I don't understand that part of the website design. And I want to make sure that once I drop this website, I can do that. I can make it for you. Dude, no way. So listen, if you can really help me finish what I've started, I'm trying to design it on the scale of like how Tucker did it with the store, not the website itself. I don't want it to ever be like anybody else's. I want it to be from like my heart, my vision of it. But the only thing that I'm thinking about similarity wise is like how I can make that store page where it'll show, say, like how I can put up the used paramotors that are in my shop that are for sale, for the paramotors that I do have that are for sale listing. And I want to make it so it's as easy as you can click on a part, right? Like say a SkyMax part, and then, you know, you'll easily get that part sent right to you. You know, that's things that I'm having little confusions with. And man, Raj, if you can really help me out, dude, if you can really help me out, man, I would really, really appreciate it. Because like I said, I was just talking about that on this live stream in the beginning about the website, and I need this to get dropped definitely before I do my next giveaway for sure. And now with like selling t-shirts, and I already have been selling shirts. I've been giving away more shirts than I have been selling, but now this is the first time that I've been selling. Just tell me a layout for it. All right, so very simple. Like I want to make it so like when you click onto my website, like the first page that you'll see will be obviously my YouTube channel, my whole adventure that I'm on, things like that, and showing like my hot rod and stuff like that. And then I want to be able to have it where it's so easy that says, you know, and talk about a big portion of SkyMax too on the front page. Like it'll be my MBE PBG, it will be my Flying Dan with a 29 sedan, and then obviously SkyMax, you know. And I just want to make it so it's super simple, super easy for the customer to be able to get right to the parts for SkyMax, and also simple for people to go right to my merch and buy my merch. Because really with SkyMax stuff, I'm trying to like yeah, I'll sell SkyMax shirts like I am right now, but I would rather like be when I'm selling SkyMax parts, be able to send people SkyMax shirts for free when you're buying parts from me, especially paramotors, like, and like hats. You know, I have hats, I have a whole bunch of things that I'm trying to do, and like, you know, like mugs and little things like that. I'm just trying to be more involved, you know, with all of the merch that I can sell and provide to all of you guys. And also like little cheesy things, like, I shouldn't call it cheesy, but even like stickers and things like that. So, but yeah, dude, it'd be really sweet to have like a really good epic website for myself and for the customer, you know. And I want to put the whole parts list of SkyMax on there too, you know, so people can just buy any part from me by just clicking on it. Like, oh, I need a blue netting for my 1420 SkyMax Star, you know. But yeah, dude, that would be perfect, man. I really appreciate it. And definitely talk more about this on Instagram messaging, or even Facebook Messenger, whatever's easier. But yeah, but like I said, right now we're doing this giveaway. I'm giving away a free paramotor. The only thing that it doesn't come with, this one, it doesn't come with an engine. And just to be very clear to everybody, it's on here watching this video. If you win this, right, because one of you will win this, when one of you win this, and you don't have, let's say, a Vitarazi engine or the Paulini 202, I will provide a motor bracket to any one of you to whatever motor then you would put on this frame if it wasn't those two style engines. Raj, we could talk about that for sure on Messenger, man. I would like to potentially do both for you. Especially if we can definitely design the website the exact way that I want it to be, you know, with my image of my thought process and stuff like that. Because I do need help with it. I am confused. And, you know, I definitely want to talk to you more now about that, not on this live stream, okay? Definitely in the messages, okay? If that's cool with you. Out of the respect of just brainstorming ideas. Plus, I don't think if anyone's on here watching or come to watch this video later, they don't want to hear me talking about that right now. But regardless of that, I would love to help. I would love to figure that out with you. So definitely hit me up on Messenger or Instagram. So like I said, everybody, if you guys are definitely interested in getting into this free paramotor, all you got to do is buy a t-shirt from me right now. And it's just as easy as going right to my PayPal account and sending me $35. That covers the t-shirt cost and obviously the shipping cost. So you don't have to worry about either of those. You don't have to worry about shipping is what I'm trying to say. So, or like an extra fee on top of that. So, because typically when you go buying a t-shirt, say from any company, you know, you buy a shirt for $25 and then you get whacked with like a $14 shipping cost fee, you know, which I'm trying to get away from. And, you know, I want to make it too where like if you pay more than $50, say on my website, I want to make it so it'd be free shipping, of course, you know, so like if you were to buy a sweatshirt or something like that, so, which is super awesome, you know. And what's really nice is that how, you know, into the parts that for Skymax parts that I have been selling, you know, so that's why I want to make it easier for the customer, because sometimes, you know, I feel like I make the customer like jump hoops for no reason at all because I'm lacking my website. So, but regardless of that, I will try everything I can to get this website now, maybe done by the end of next week, and maybe we could have all my parts and things on there and make it so, you know, you guys are just a few clicks away from getting your Skymax needs or buying merch from me that gets you chances to win free paramotors. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to not make it confusing for anybody or even hard for the customer. You know, I want to give away paramotors bad. I want to change people's lives. I want to give people a chance to learn how to fly when they thought they never could get that chance, just like myself. I really had everything against me trying to be a paramotor pilot. I mean, the whole world was against me. Even a lot of people were against the idea of me flying, and it really was hard. And like, I would even like to figure out how I can send people out to proper training, like, because really that's the most biggest key to paramotoring, is not just jumping into the sport by, hey, how do I get a paramotor but I don't know how to fly. That's not what you do. You really seek out proper training. I can't stress that enough, because the route that I went was almost the wrong way, but somehow, in some way, I got to meet the coolest guy in the world, which is my mentor today and my really good friend Asmat. And when he realized that I've had a paramotor now, a Skymax Expedition at the time, when he realized that I had that paramotor and I already had a glider and I already built my own helmet for comms so I could talk to somebody else, he jumped for me and made sure he broke all my bad habits that I developed on my own, because I was doing a lot of kiting on my own, thinking that I was doing things right when I was doing everything wrong. I mean, I was doing everything wrong. And if I would have got up in the sky, which I probably would have eventually have got in the sky, it would have been very scary and very, very dangerous. Yuvraj, just hit me up on Messenger right after this live. I'm about to be home in my office to start figuring out things with t-shirts and making sure I have everybody's mailing address and stuff. Because my goal is to send everything out on Monday, like start sending t-shirts out on Monday, and also invest a little bit more money with some more logos and stickers and stuff. So you can hit me up right now on Messenger, and as soon as we're done the live, I will contact you. But yeah, so yeah, like what I'm trying to get at is that, like, I did get proper training, but I went the wrong way about it at first. I really believe that I could watch a couple Kyle O videos that I saw, videos, and I really believed, wow, I can do this on my own. I can do this if I can get a paramotor. And then I'm not lying to anybody about this. Like, when I got that paramotor, I actually started to have this fear, like, whoa, I have this motor that has a potential 4-foot prop behind me that could chop me up, for one, if I don't start it right, or if I ground start, or like I could get my feet off the ground with this thing and slam the ground, and that could be it for me. You know, I had these fears, but I kept kiting, I kept trying, you know, and I kept thinking, like, okay, I don't know what I'm doing, you know, but I'm gonna keep trying to push on. But what I was lacking was seeking that proper training, like. And the only reason why I lacked it, just so everybody knows, was I could not work around that with my work schedule because, you know, I've been working for myself for like, you know, 12 years now. And it's crazy to think that, you know, I just couldn't find time to get away from work, because as soon as I would not be working, I wouldn't be making any money. And that's what was tough for me at the time. I couldn't just leave state, go spend more money, and go hang out at a school for a week or 2 weeks, you know, depending on what school you go to. But then I met Azmat, you know, and I met Azmat totally by luck. And I mean pure luck. Like, because I had friends that would work on these islands that are right behind me now. The islands they're right there behind me. And I used to get pictures of people, and it was Azmat, you know. My friends were taking pictures of Azmat thinking that it was me flying around. But little did my friends realize, I wasn't doing any flying yet. I posted some ground handling videos, practice, and me with the paramotor on my back, but never any in the area. And then I found out on Facebook there was these groups, you know, that were paramotor groups. And boom, when I did that, I saw a very similar picture video on the same beach that one of my friends were on that got Azmat. And then I saw Azmat for the very first time. Like, I finally like saw him and his name, and I messaged him like right away, like telling him like, hey man, my name's Dan, you know, blah, blah, blah. I see that you're flying right where I live. I said, is there any way we can hang out? I have all of this, but no training at all. And man, he messaged me back like within 20 minutes and was like, yo, what's up, Dan? Great to meet you. Let's go hang out tomorrow and see what you really have and what you can do. And man, that next day, I met him on one of our epic beaches here, and it was the game changer. He, in the first 10 minutes of me meeting Azmat, he flew my whole paramotor that I've already owned for like, at this time, for like almost like 6 months, maybe even a little bit longer. And I watched him fly not only my paramotor that, you know, I've had for that time being, he flew my glider too. He took it both up within 10 minutes, and he had a great flight right in front of me. It was amazing. It was amazing to watch. And that was it. That's when I realized I was becoming a paramotor pilot. But that was also the first day I got real training under my belt and realized all my bad habits. So that's what I was trying to get at with that whole conversation story, was proper training first before you go buying any gear. And to anybody who actually wins this paramotor that does not have proper training, that is no problem at all. I will help you get that proper training too, though, because I don't want to see anybody going out of their way and getting hurt. Like, that's the route that I was going, the route of almost getting very hurt. And that's why it's so important for us paramotor pilots to stress it to new pilots to come to be flying, is get that proper training. Proper training will keep you away from breaking parts all the time, and it will also leave you away from hospital. So can't stress that enough. So, but anyway, we're coming back to my shop right now and my office, and I'm about to jump onto my computer, make sure I have everybody's addresses down properly and stuff like that, and start getting prepared to send these t-shirts out to all of you guys. So don't miss out. Like I said, stay tuned. I have a lot of videos to come. Make sure you guys go check out my Facebook, Danny Williamson, right? That's my Facebook, Danny Williamson. And also my Instagram is the same as my YouTube channel, Flying Dan with a 29 sedan. So don't miss out. And I will see you guys all in the next one. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you guys soon. Peace out.